The Face of Mars by Novak Mimisi. Part 3.
We'll get discovered.
Gant, what are you doing here?
I came here to do some research on the cult, and look what I've discovered.
Yes, I know. How did you get here so fast?
I caught a cab before you did.
There must be dozens of people in there from the city. What are they doing?
I wish I knew. Listen.
The circle will be complete, but the first part begins tonight.
Hey, look. There's the waiter from the saloon. And the cab driver I met earlier. It looks like they're under some kind of trance.
That's not all. Look who else is a part of that crowd. You recognize him?
Oh, no. That's my uncle. What's he doing here?
He looks like he's in a trance too. Wait, where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to get my uncle out of there. Where do you think I'm going?
You can't.
Can't what?
Go in there.
Why not?
Because...
Look, I can't just sit around here and do nothing. If my uncle's in a trance, then I've got to do something about it.
But don't you see? If you go in there, we'll be discovered. And I'm not about to let that happen.
Are you going to help me or not?
Oh, just listen to me. If you go in there, what do you think will happen? I mean, look at all the people in there. Do you really think we stand a chance against that lot?
What are you talking about?
Look, I've read interesting documents about these sort of rituals. They're supposed to be conducted at various times. Cults like these use mass hypnosis to control crowds. They'll gang up against us if we try anything.
I suppose you have a better idea.
Look, why don't we try and find out what they're up to first, then leave. We can come back again later. As long as they don't know about us, we can keep this place under surveillance. Find out more about them, do some more covert spying.
But it would be wrong for me to leave my uncle there.
Oh, it's better to wait, trust me. I've been doing it all my life. Besides, what do you think your uncle would do in your place?
Probably the same thing. He'd wait for an opportunity to learn all he could and then find a moment to save me.
Brothers, once again you have gathered here today to receive enlightenment.
Don't worry, your uncle won't stay hypnotized for long. It's only supposed to last as long as the ritual.
Oh, I hope you're right.
Look, when your uncle comes back to see you, you can ask him about the event.
But how can you be sure he will come back?
Because people have been coming and going for ages now. I couldn't work out where and why, but it's clear to me now that the same people that are here go back to where they came from, to their normal lives.
Are you sure?
Well, if you don't believe me, you can go right ahead and do what you feel is right. Attempt to rescue your uncle, and I won't try to stop you. But don't expect me to come in after you when the cult has you too. So, what do you say?
Oh, I suppose you're right. Besides, he doesn't seem to be any real danger at the moment.
Good.
But I'm staying here just a little bit longer.
All right, I understand.
Our brethren welcomes our new followers. With each passing moment, our numbers grow. When the time is right, the circle will be complete, and then the awakening begins. As our will, so mote it be.
As our will, so mote it be.
New followers awakening? What do you think he means? I mean, what do you suppose they're doing?
Maybe they're just trying to get more people into their order. You know, the Illuminati use hidden messages to do the same thing.
Yes, but that's a myth. The Illuminati were a small group that started the French Revolution and got arrested and then disbanded. And that was centuries ago.
No, that's what the government would like you to believe.
Shh! There's someone coming this way.
We better leave. There's nowhere to hide.
Wait a minute. What if...
Look, I told you I'm not taking any chances. We discovered something we weren't supposed to, and I intend to find out more about it by staying anonymous. And like I said, we can always come back again some other time.
So where to now?
Look, your uncle told you he'd meet you back at the saloon, right?
So?
So that's where he expects to find you.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, come on then. How much do you know about the preserve?
Well, apart from the fact that scientists first went there before the site was preserved,
Yeah, I know that part, but I meant something that isn't supposed to be on the record.
not much, except that it's said that's where the cult of the face meet.
Well, we found that out. So what do you suppose that was all about?
Well, from what I understand, cult rituals are always done in secret and usually involve some form of mass hypnosis.
I always thought mass hypnosis was a myth.
Well, now you know better. You know, the Howells built the preserve building so they could look at the face together, and they made the ceiling transparent so they could see the site under the stars.
Yes, I learned that from the tour.
You know, it's said that the Howells used to go to the top level every night and look at the face. How romantic.
Typical male response.
But did you know that the Sidonian Preserve is supposed to draw mystical energy, like the Great Pyramid of Giza?
Well, I don't believe that.
Even after all you've seen.
I've seen more things than that.
Like what?
Never mind.
So, the cult must have discovered the chamber by accident.
It was probably built by the original scientists as a workspace and laboratory. The side of the face was first visited by scientists, you know. It's obvious they constructed the chamber.
Interesting theory. Maybe the Howells built the chamber themselves.
But why would they need it?
Who knows?
Anyway, I wonder why the rituals aren't conducted on the site itself.
Well, they obviously didn't want it disturbed in any way. We like to preserve things as well, you know. In fact, it was a group of scientists who suggested to the Howells that it should be preserved in the first place.
You know, the chamber's not very big. You'd think the cult would have made it bigger.
Well, it doesn't need to be big for a small group of followers.
Well, my uncle's no follower, and he should have been here by now. I'll tell you what, I'm going back to the hotel. If my uncle turns up, could you tell him I'm waiting for him there? Uncle, you're back.
Yes, where have you been?
At the saloon, remember? That's where you told me to wait.
And did you? Wait, I mean.
Well...
All went well. I am pleased. All is proceeding as planned.
We are slowly gathering followers from all over Mars, and in time we will expand our order, spread throughout the Earth colonies.
Yes, our chapters will spread just as it was prophesied. When Mars is in conjunction with 12, the spread of fire will rise, and we are that fire.
Uncle, don't you remember the ritual?
Ritual? I had enough of rituals when I was in Florence in the 1600s.
You don't remember, do you?
It's as I told you. I went there to do some spying and found what I needed to know.
Which is?
That they're no different from other cults I've seen.
Maybe.
Besides, they haven't done any real harm.
You mean yet? Oh, I suppose you're right.
You bet I am. And if you're right, we can always go back and conduct some more investigations.
You know, Uncle, there's going to be a special tonight on Channel 12 about the face of Mars.
Really?
Yes. Apparently there are more claimed sightings of the face.
Absolute nonsense, if you ask me.
Well, I'm going to make sure I watch it. Uncle, are you hungry?
No, not really. Why?
Because I am.
Well, I'll call for room service.
No, it's all right. I'll go out and get something to eat.
Suit yourself.
It's like he doesn't remember anything.
It could be the effect of a drug.
What drug?
There are some mystic cults that use drugs to put them into a deep hypnotic trance.
Why?
Well, you see, shamans used to use them to commune with the spirit world.
Yes, but wasn't that in the Stone Age?
No, shamanic practices are still around today. There's this great document.
Not now. Here comes my uncle.
Hello, Melissa.
Hi, Uncle.
Hi.
Not you again. Don't you have a home to go to?
Well,
It's all right, Uncle. He comes here often.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Listen, what are you having for dinner?
Changed your mind, Uncle?
Evidently. I think I'll have something very light to begin with. What about you? Enjoying your meal?
Yes, it's delicious.
you know, the best food is on Mars. The food here is great.
Well, how about I order some drinks? Waiter, some tea for me and for the young lady, a Redicino.
never had one of those before. What's a reddicino?
It's a Martian special, kind of like a cappuccino, only better, smoother, tastier. Has a reddish colour, hence its name.
You're beginning to sound like a commercial.
Now that's a worry. You know, for someone who's a Martian historian, you're not very cultured.
Thanks. Besides, I don't drink coffee.
Well, now's a good time as any to start.
Well, anyway, just because I know Martian history, it doesn't mean I know everything about Mars, you know.
Well, it's a good thing I'm here then, isn't it? I'll soon teach you about culture.
Oh, well, you know, Uncle, sometimes you can be so infuriating.
I can?
Bet you didn't even know you've been hypnotised.
What?
Our order has gathered again. It is time.
For this I was born, chosen ever since I can remember, to find the chosen one. And you?
This is all new to me, but I have faith, and that is all that one needs.
And you looked as if you were under some kind of a trance.
I did?
Yeah.
Nonsense. Hypnotized. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Uncle, it's true. Did you drink anything or take anything?
No. Unless it was hypnosis. A post-hypnotic suggestion could have lured me there.
Post-hypnotic suggestion. You know, hypnosis is...
Oh, don't get carried away. It's just a theory. But it would explain a great deal.
A post-hypnotic suggestion? How?
Possibly from the monks we met.
But why didn't they do it to me as well?
I don't know. Of course! I thought there was something unusual about the face.
What?
The one on the cover of the magazine. You know, from the Church of the Face of God.
You mean they're part of the cult?
Unlikely. I should have seen it from the start. How careless of me. That photo is genuine.
So you agree it's no fake?
I can assure you it's real. And recent.
But Uncle, how can you tell?
By the pixel fragmentation. That photo is as genuine as the Mona Lisa.
I thought you said that was a fake too. Where are you going now?
To do some snooping around.
But we already did that.
Then I'm going to do some more snooping around. I think the Sidonian Preserve might be worth a look at. You stay here.
Well, not a chance. I'm coming with you. Remember what happened last time?
Yes, I remember, or rather, don't remember. All right then, but be careful.
Ditto. Uncle, what are we doing up here again?
I wanted to see the site from the top level again.
Why?
I have a hunch. Shh. Did you see that?
See what?
I thought for a moment I could see something.
What did it look like?
It looked like what you would call the face of Mars.
Oh, wait, I see it too. What do you think it really is?
I don't know, but it confirms my suspicions.
About what?
Never mind, I'll explain later. Come on,
Now where?
back to the saloon.
But I thought you wanted to do some snooping around.
In that case, you stay here while I go talk to Gant.
But how do you know he'll still be there?
I don't.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Now, Gant, I want you to tell me everything you know about the face, and start from the beginning. Don't leave anything out.
We must retire now and prepare for the next session.
Have you ever doubted prophecy?
No? Have you?
No.
I'm glad we decided to start taking trains this time.
I'm glad we left Gant behind. You know, this is the only way to see Mars. Cheaper too.
So, Uncle, back at the saloon you mentioned ancient forces. What did you mean by that, and how do you know?
Well, I have an acute sense of perception about these things. You just take my word for it. Besides, it's the only explanation to what's been going on.
I suppose so. Well, I did warn you from the beginning.
Yes, you did.
Soon the circle will be complete.
That's all I know.
So how can the face be real?
I think it's manifesting itself again.
What is?
Something ancient, probably psionic.
Psionic?
Yes, psionic. That would explain the post-hypnotic suggestion. There are mysterious forces gathering, but from where and how?
This is a bit beyond me.
And me.
But I told you there was more out there that could be scientifically explained.
Oh, but it can be scientifically explained. That's the thing. The face being real certainly explains the strange activity that's been going on in this city.
Strange.
Yes, people disappearing at odd times of the day, pretending that nothing happened. Places being closed at odd times of the day as well. If I knew where the source of the psionic influence was, I could jam it, possibly even reverse it.
Told you I was right.
You know, I hate it when people say I told you so. No, something strange has been going on ever since we arrived,
It seems to be the case with us all the time.
and I don't like it. Come on,
Now where are we going?
back to the chamber. I think it might be worth a look. I suspect that's where our answers lie. Let's just hope there's no one around.
And if there is?
Well, we'll just hang around and wait until they're gone.
Uncle, look, people are leaving again.
Good. Let's follow them. Well, here we are.
Here we are again, you mean?
Yes, the Sidonian Preserve. Come on, let's go via the elevator again.
Oh, no, wait, Uncle, there is another way in.
There is?
Yes, Gant showed me.
Naturally, there'd have to be another way in. How else could people go to the chamber after the preserve's closed?
Problem is I forgot the way.
Look over there.
Oh, it's one of the cult members.
Yes. Quick, follow that monk.
Brothers, you have done well. The power you receive will be immeasurable, and will give you new strength and purpose.
Power. I don't like the sound of that.
So, what now?
We'll hang around here until they're gone. I want a closer look at that chamber.
Go now. Return to your normal times and places. We must prepare.
Prepare. Prepare for what, I wonder?
They're gone.
Good. Now's our chance.
I remember what happened when you said that last time. What do you think you're doing?
Looking for a hidden entrance? Or exit? I expect there are several of them at least.
This isn't the Middle Ages, you know.
Isn't it?
Wow. Look at the equipment in this room. It looks very sophisticated. Do you think it's some new kind of technological breakthrough?
I doubt it.
Well, I've never seen technology like this before.
That's because it's no ordinary room.
It isn't?
No.
Then what is it?
It's
It's what, Uncle?
an alien spacecraft. The Doc was played by Novak Nenezi. Melissa by Alison McGregor. Gant, Andrew Klukas. Graham Monk, Andrew Klukas. Monk leader, Bobby Matthews. And the monks were played by the entire cast. Title music, Ron Grainer and BBC Radiophonic Workshop. Incidental music, Conrad Lenz. Sound recordist, Michael Krause. Director, Graham Thomas. Sound effects, editor, assistant director, producer, Novak Nenezi. Copyright 2002. Remastered 2007.